Daylight saving time. You know it, you maybe hate it, and it's that time of the year again. It's back to mess with your sleep, disrupt your routine, and make you question why we do this. But what is this biannual ritual of clock-changing madness? Why do we put ourselves through this? In a nutshell, DST is when we move our clocks forward by an hour in the summer and back again in the fall. We get more daylight in the evening, less in the morning. Sounds simple, right? But there's more to it. Well, its history is messier than a teenager's bedroom full of twists and turns. Believe it or not, it all started during World War I, a time of great upheaval and change. The idea was to save energy by aligning daylight hours with working hours, making the most of natural light. Less need for artificial light meant conserving precious resources and more time for, well, whatever people did in 1918, like socializing and working. It stuck around for a bit, then disappeared, only to make a comeback. It went away, came back, and kept people guessing. By 1966, the US made it official with the Uniform Time Act, standardizing the practice. Fast forward to 2025 and the debate is still raging. We're still debating whether this whole thing is a bright idea or just plain bonkers. The jury is still out. Remember when Donald Trump wanted to get rid of daylight saving time, Pepperidge Farm remembers? It was a bold statement that caught everyone's attention. Back in 2018, he tweeted that it was time to stop changing our clocks. The people cheered. It seemed like a straightforward decision that many could get behind. Or at least, some of them did. Not everyone was on board with the idea. Fast forward to today, and Trump's stance is about as clear as a glass of orange juice after a toddler has finished with it. It's murky and confusing. He's gone from get rid of it to it's a 50-50 issue. One moment he's for it, the next he's against it. Make up your mind, man. The indecision is driving people crazy. This back and forth reflects the general feeling in America. The nation is divided on the issue. Some people love the extra evening sunlight. It gives them more time to enjoy outdoor activities after work. Others would rather not feel like they're waking up in the middle of the night. The early morning darkness is just too much for them. And then there's Elon Musk, who probably wants to launch a rocket powered by daylight saving time. Always thinking outside the box, that one. So, what's the solution to this time-traveling mess? Enter the Sunshine Protection Act of 2025. This bill, currently making its way through Congress, proposes to make daylight saving time permanent. That's right, no more switching back and forth. We'd be stuck with DST all year round. The Senate actually passed a similar bill in 2022, but the House, in their infinite wisdom, decided to sit on it. Will 2025 be any different? Stay tuned to find out. Section 4, Doctors Hate It, the health downsides of shifting time. While politicians debate, doctors are pulling their hair out. They've been warning us about the health risks of daylight saving time for years. Turns out, messing with our internal clocks isn't good for us. Studies have shown that heart attacks, strokes, and even car accidents spike in the days after the time change. Our sleep cycles get disrupted, our moods go haywire, and we all start craving donuts. It's a recipe for disaster. The American Medical Association has even called for an end to daylight saving time, advocating for permanent standard time. They say it's better for our health and well-being. But hey, what do doctors know? Section 5, to DST or not, weighing the pros and cons. So, is daylight saving time a good thing or a bad thing? This question has puzzled many for years. Like most things in life, it's complicated. There are multiple facets to consider, and opinions vary widely. There are pros and cons to consider, let's break them down. On the plus side, daylight saving time gives us more daylight hours in the evening. This can be particularly enjoyable during the warmer months. This means more time for outdoor activities like barbecues, baseball games, and chasing fireflies. Families and friends can gather and enjoy the extended daylight. It could also save energy, as people might use less artificial lighting in the evenings. However, the evidence for that is shaky at best. Studies have shown mixed results, and the actual energy savings might be minimal. But then there are the downsides. The transition can be tough on our bodies and minds. We've already talked about the health risks, such as increased heart attacks and sleep disturbances. But there's also the inconvenience of having to change our clocks twice a year. This can be a hassle and lead to confusion. And let's not forget about the poor farmers who have to deal with confused cows and chickens. Their routines are disrupted, causing additional stress. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to keep daylight saving time is a political one. Lawmakers and citizens alike have strong opinions on the matter, but one thing's for sure, it's time for a serious conversation about whether this time-traveling tradition is still serving us well. The debate continues, and only time will tell what the future holds for daylight saving time.